Thank you. So just a little change in the format. I'm going to do this presentation. I need you all to participate. Then I can probably do the presentation. So the art of quizzing, that's my passion, or how to be a great storyteller. So if you go back to the day, when we started learning quizzing in school, quizzing in school was all about the question mark. Questions were asked and you answered. And you answered not as one individual, but you answered as a group of people answering the teacher, right? So in this session, we're going to go with, if you guys answer, you get a free round of drinks every time you answer. So who was our first president? If that was the question put to you in school, everybody in loud chorus would answer Dr. Rajendra Prasad. That is what we call GK, or general knowledge. That was the class in school. We sort of evolved. We had the O'Briens in between. And we evolved to this concept of how to create a question, write a story. So this is a question for you, straight up for everyone here. Banks in post-Renaissance Europe would give people a clay tile, and this would be given as an overdraft facility. When you gave this overdraft facility, if somebody did not use the facility or went over the limit, it gave rise to the term going broke because they broke the tile. So lesson, communication can create intrigue when it's in the form of a nice little story. Next one, even a picture will do. So what's the guess over here? This picture was posted by a person in the first week of Feb. Any guesses? What does this picture stand for? Who's the one posting this? Yeah? So that's the IPL commissioner, and that's the picture he posted in the first week of Feb because he was coming to India. So lesson number 2, a single image can encapsulate a story worth telling. Just putting up that image in his post kind of let you know that Richard Madley was coming to India and the IPL was on. Question number 3. Flat 3B, 3 Hands Crescent, London, so-and-so. Tube station has been in the news in the past, and as of this month, once again in the news. This location itself has so far cost the British taxpayer close to £9 billion. Any idea why? Because this is where this gentleman is locked into the Ecuador, the embassy. And that's what the British Assembly has spent actually on his security. So lesson number 3 is storytelling is about intrigue. Don't create the obvious. I could have simply asked you who's Julian Assange. Something closer to home, the Dresiak, Neptune's mighty weapon, has now been immortalized well beyond mythology with slight modification in design. Where are you likely to see it today? All of us have seen it. We see it every day. The hint is, are you plugged into this presentation? You actually see it on your USB. The little symbol on the USB is actually the Dresiak. Even if you take the obvious, that's the lesson. Even if you take the obvious, it has merit in being retold. Although a little differently. The next one coming up with a lesson of its own. An Irish theatre proprietor in 1782 accepts a bet to introduce a nonsense word into common lingo in 48 hours. Posters come up and the word becomes popular. Any idea what's the word? Brilliant. So free round there. The word is actually quiz, right? And that was how it was populated. Lesson number 5, this is the truth is what you make of it, and it will surely endure. But there's one more lesson left in all of this. And that lesson is that when you try and create a new word, just ensure that there are not crazy quizzards who are actually doing the research on Google to figure out whether you're telling them the truth. The word quiz actually existed much before that rumor, and it actually means odd or eccentric. So lesson number 6 is be prepared for oddballs and eccentrics, namely quizzards, actually researching the story you're creating. You just can't tell lies the way you want it. Thank you very much. That's the art of storytelling, or how to be a great quizmaster.